Okay, chat. Okay, chat. Chat, chat, chat. Are we live? Are we live, chat? Are we live, chat? Okay, chat. Okay, chat. Chat, chat, chat. Are we live? We live. We look live. Are we live, chat? We look live. We look live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the United Kitchen where we cook or we get cooked, guys. And you know who this is? It's your boy. It's your boy Chef T. Chef T. And we have so much to talk about today, guys. There's just so much happening. First of all, I want to say a big thank you to all the subscribers that we have, guys. So far, we have 112 subs, guys. That is insane. In just 2 weeks. That is insane. Huge thank you to you guys. Big thank you to everyone who supported the channel. We're going to keep dropping amazing videos. We're going to keep keeping it real. We're going to keep cooking. We're going to keep cooking, guys. You know, the chef don't stop. We're going to keep cooking. We're going to keep giving you entertaining, humorous, filled content, United content, United fans. You know, this is the place to be. United haters, this is also the place to be. Because I know you guys are going to cook us when things start going south. I know. But things are not going to go south. We're going to win the league. We're going to win the league. It's crazy how I don't even believe that. But we're going to win the league, guys. Anyways, a huge thank you to everyone. A huge thank you to everyone that supported the channel. Apologies for my beard. I'm gonna cut it. I wanted to grow out a bit, I wanted to grow out a bit. I'm trying to look like Umbomo. I'm trying to look like Brown Umbomo, guys. So yeah, just let that go. But yeah, how's everyone doing? How are you feeling? How are you guys feeling? How are you feeling about all the transfer? Is that noise? I don't know if it's noise again, but how are you feeling about all the transfer gossip that is going on? As a United fans, I know you're a bit, yeah, you're just curious, like what's going to happen next. I don't know if you're like me. I'm really curious, like what's going to happen next. There's so much to talk about. There's the Sesco rumors. There's probably only Watkins. I don't know how true that is, but yeah, there's Watkins. Recently, we heard about Donnarumma. We're going to talk about everything, guys. We're going to touch on everything and bring you up to speed. So today, we're talking about Benjamin Sisko possibly coming to Manchester United. Newcastle in the background saying, "Yo, we have Champions League. Yeah, 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 yeah. Whatever, guys. Whatever. You guys are just being relegated how many seasons ago, and now you have Champions League. You're feeling like big boys. Whatever." So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about who would you prefer? Honestly, who would you really prefer? Benjamin Sisko says Cisco. Oh my God. I said Cisco. Da, 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 da. Benjamin Sesko. Sesko. Benjamin Sesko or Ollie Watkins. We're also going to talk about the guys that have refused to go. What's going on there? We're going to talk about the goalkeeping situation. And then just going to talk about what's the expectation this season as a Manchester United fan. What's your honest expectation? So that's what we're going to touch on today, guys. We're going to cook. We're going to cook today. Welcome to the United Kitchen. Anyways, guys, first things first. Benjamin Sesko to Manchester United. Woo! Is that happening, guys? Newcastle, wait. Stay away. Newcastle, I don't know what your issue is, eh? We're not the ones that said you should lose this sack. Go and look for a striker somewhere else. Leave us with Benjamin Sesko, right? Honestly, I don't even know how I feel. But yeah, we're going to talk about that right now. See, truth is, Benjamin Sesko to Man U is no longer a rumor, guys. It's no longer a rumor because Fabrizio has spoken. Fabrizio has spoken. The Sesko saga has officially begun, guys. It's official. And I'm telling you now, this might be the striker we need, guys. This might just be the striker we need. Arsenal was going for him. So, they went for him for a very long time. So obviously, this is a striker that is also wanted. Yeah. Um, and I haven't seen a lot of him, if I'm being honest. But I've seen some videos, some clips, and dude, that guy can strike the ball. Ooh, that dude has, a mad strike on him, right? So that could be the striker we need, honestly. And if you think about where United is right now, having Hoyland, yeah, people keep saying, "Oh, you have Obuemo, you have Konya, the goals will come," but those guys never played as strikers in their former teams. They will give you goals. Trust me, they will contribute, but that's not their number one. Well, it's part of their tasks, but we do need a striker. We do need a striker, right? We want a striker. We want a striker that works hard. You know, we want a striker that looks like Ellen Haaland, I think. That could be the next Ellen Haaland, guys. I don't know. Am I tripping? Am I tripping? I'm tripping, right? I'm tripping. Yeah. But no, we do want that could actually be the striker we need. And like I said, it's no longer just a rumor, it's no longer just, hearsay. Fabrizio actually tweeted it, um, saying something around he tweeted and also spoke on his YouTube about it. That Man U remain in the race for Benjamin Sesko. This is a player who is, highly rated internally. And honestly, a deal could really depend on like the budgets, the apologies, the flexibility on the budgets. Do we have are some of these players going to go out? Can you guys go out? Sancho and gang. Can you guys leave? Eh? So it's going to really depend on a couple of things. And it just clearly shows that we want Sesko. Um, we just need to find the money for him. We just need to find the coins under the Glazers' couch. We need to find, some pounds somewhere. We just need that money for him. The figure going around is 70, right? 70 plus minus add-ons, right? 70-ish. Ah, Newcastle can afford that. And that's where Newcastle comes in. Like Newcastle can actually afford that. And losing Isak is big for them. Um, they will want to get Sesko. They will want to do one over not just even Man U, but yeah, well, Man U, but also just let the world football world know that they're relevant because they've lost some good players in this window in terms of just going in for players. I think they wanted Umbuemo, probably wanted them. They're losing Isak. There was probably rumors they wanted Konya also. So not looking good for them. I strongly feel like they will really battle us for this deal. But guys, Newcastle, you're not on our level. I'm sorry. But Newcastle, yeah, you have Champions League. Yes. Yes, you finished above us. Yes. Those things are true. But we're a bigger club than you. And it's not even a debate. I don't even want to waste my time talking about that. The only thing that Manchester United and Newcastle United have in common is that there is United at the end of their name. That is the only thing, bro. We're not on your level. So, anyways, if Sesko wants to join Newcastle, it's fine. People are gonna clip this and they're gonna laugh at me, and I say, "Oh, you made fun of, Sesko of Newcastle." It's all good. But I do think that if you think about the caliber of the club, the pull of the club, like we've seen with Umbuemo, we've seen with Konya, the club still has a strong pull. It's still Manchester United. Yes, we finished 15th. Yes, we lost to Tottenham in the Europa League final. We are still Manchester United. United. It's still Manchester United. And we still are in that race. Absolutely. But why do I think Sesko will be that striker we need? See, we can't go into. I'm not confident going into the season with Hoyland, right? I'm not. Um, Zexi also doesn't really play as that out and out striker. I like Zexi. I like the way he moves with the ball, just like his flexibility. But he's not. He doesn't come across as that guy who's going to stay in the box and give you all those goals. Sesko could do that for us. He's young. Sesko is 22, 21, 22. He's tall, so he's 6'4". So Buemo crossing the ball, Bruno, you getting the ball into the box, he will be there. He's fast also. Seen some videos, he's pretty fast, really fast, faster than a lot of your Wi-Fi. Oh, that didn't work. But yeah, he's really fast. And his finishing is also really good. See that? How are you? See that we're talking. How are you? See that we're talking about Benjamin Sesko. Really nice to see you. See that. See that I told you the channel is going to grow. We're on 100 subscribers now. See that 100 subs, and you are the first sub. So when we get to 1,000, I'm still going to call you out. See that because the channel is growing. So huge thank you to see that. Big thank you to see that. He was one of those people who came on this channel first. Now we are over 100 subs. And I always promise Zidane that I'll keep calling him out. I'll keep saying thank you to him because he was one of the first to get on this train. So welcome, Zidane. Nice to see you. So like I was saying, um, really he's fast. He's pretty fast. His finishing is good. His finishing is good. He finishes like a sniper. Like his finishing is quite good. 18 goals last year for RB Leipzig. Not bad. Not bad at all. Um, he's going to be a problem. Sesko will be a problem. He's not just a prospect. Yeah, some people say he gives Hoyland vibes, right? You think that okay, young, but I don't think so. Hoyland was not as in demand as Sesko has been in the past one year plus. Arsenal were in for him all through until they went to Gyökeres. Zidane said he just bought a Konya shirt online. I hope he doesn't turn out like Anthony. Zidane, Konya is going to cook. I'm going to come back to Sesko, but I want to address Konya is going to cook. You know why, Zidane? I watched the two games, right? Zidane is, Zidane, not you. Zidane, can you play football? I don't know if it's, no, no, but Konya has the temperament of a player that just wants it. Like you see it, he has that typical South American blood. He just wants it. Yeah, I hear you when you say no, but he's Premier League proven. So, oh, Sesko, sorry, I thought you meant Cunha. So Cunha definitely will cook. Sesko, you are absolutely right about Sesko, and thank you for bringing me back to Sesko. Mike, and I was going to get to that. I want to talk about the positives and also get to the parts that I'm a bit concerned about. I think with the positives, I see that I'll get to your point. But with the positives, like I said, he's young. He's he scored 18 goals for Leipzig. He's not just a prospect. He's somebody who can actually deliver, possibly. He has a track record. Um, he's tall. He's fast. He's strong. He's deadly. But he has not played in the Premier League. He has not played in it. He's not Premier League proven, hasn't played in the Premier League. But my pushback to that will be there are strikers that have come into the Premier League and have been successful and had not played in the Premier League before. He's coming from RB Leipzig. Haaland came from Dortmund. Now I know that you shouldn't be comparing Sesko and Haaland. I get it, but my point remains that you can come from a league that is not the Premier League and still succeed. There is a lot of hype about Gyökeres succeeded. He's coming from the Portuguese league. So I hear people when they say, "Oh, he has not played in the Premier League. He's not Premier League proven." I hear that, But we do see what are the options? I will get to that. But really, what are the options? Zidane says he has that iconic 10, yeah, that 10 feet jump. Exactly. Like, see, there are things that Sesko does that will really help us to uh, to improve, to really step change where we were last year. Number one, I believe that we genuinely have missed a striker that the defenders are worried about. You know, defenders are going to get this with Gyökeres. Gyökeres is strong. He's intimidating. You will have to prepare for him. Defenders are going to get this with Ekitike. I don't know if you've seen how tall Ekitike is. Ekitike is long, you know. So as a defender, you're thinking, oh my God, when the ball comes in, how do I handle this? You know, we've missed that type of striker. That the striker that brings fear into defenders. And I do think Sesko can give us that. He's tall, he's fast, he has an amazing strike on him. You, we've missed that. We've struggled. We've had Vegost, who defenders didn't care about. Yeah, he was tall, but like he wasn't deadly at all. We've been having Hoyland that they put every defender pushes him. They just push him off the ball. So I think that would be good for us. As that said, he can jump better than a certain keeper. See that is cooking Onana. Oh my God! See that. Let me get the sauce for you. See that. You need the sauce. You need the sauce, see that. You are cooking. See that you are cooking Onana, man. Dude. You see that says Sesko can jump better than that they said. Well, I thought you said is yeah, he can jump better than a certain keeper. That's true. That is our boy. See, guys, see that. Let's not cook Onana because it seems like Onana is going to have to cook this season. Like we're not looking at getting another keeper. So let's give him as much encouragement as we can give him because there's nothing seems to be happening in that space, right? So let's give him as much encouragement as possible. But going back to Sesko, um, yeah, I think that will be a good signing for us if we get it. Newcastle obviously is really battling for that, but just imagine, just close your eyes, guys. You have Man U fans, close your eyes. Just imagine this. Bruno picks up the ball, you know, outside of the boat, he just passes into the channel. Woof! Sesko just breaks through. Woof! Leaves two defenders in the mud. And the two defenders are Saliba and Gabriel. Woof! And just smashes it. Boom! Past the keeper. Am I dreaming? Am I dreaming too much, guys? I'm dreaming, guys. I don't. I'm dreaming. I'm actually dreaming too much, guys. I need to calm down. I need to calm down. Sedan says Hoyland should be appreciated as he gave a decent performance against West Ham. See that I agree with you on a lot of things. This one I will disagree with you here. I don't think he gave it decent. Okay, maybe decent. Maybe because you said decent, I can understand it. But I was a bit disappointed with Hoyland also in the game because yeah, he had a good chance at the beginning where he hit the bar, the side bar. But after that, nothing. And we can't keep saying he's not getting service. As a striker, sometimes you just need to be in the position where you attract the ball to yourself. And then there was a chance he had where he could have put passed the ball to Bruno, and then just took a wild shot. You could even see the frustration on Amorim's face. Absolutely wild shot, and Amorim was even upset. So yeah, he had at this, but see that I want to ask you: do you want a striker who has decent games? No. See, for what we will need to achieve this season, we need a striker who will come in and just cook, absolutely cook. That's what we need this season. I'm genuinely tired of having strikers that we have to hope and pray that they will score. I do not want that. I want strikers that will perform, that we know will perform, be confident on the ball, absolutely the deadly strikers I will give us goals, at least 20 goals, at least 20 goals. Now, Silas says, now let's imagine Salah. Let's imagine Salah, Brett, taking an attack, running at Onana and Luke Shaw on the counter attack. Oh God, imagination. Imagine, no, see that. I'm not imagining that. No, no. I refused. I want to imagine only positive things. I want to imagine Brian Mbuemo dribbling past who plays on the left for Arsenal. Brian Mbuemo dribbling past the left backs and then puts a cross in for Benjamin Sesko. Benjamin Sesko jumps high. Woof, poof. Guys, we need to get this Sesko over the line. If not, I'm getting absolutely cooked, man. But what's Fabrizio saying? Like, what is Fabrizio saying anything new about Sesko tonight? Because for some reason, this transfer window, it's always in the evening that news drops. So let me see if Fabrizio is saying anything interesting while I'm online, so I don't miss that. Let's see. Let's see. Fabrizio, official confirmed. Barcelona have signed 18. Like there were so many signings of 18-year-olds today. Why is everybody signing like children today? Mario also signed I think an 18-year-old defender, yeah. I saw somebody else sign. Just everybody has been signing young players. Nothing. James Trafford joins Manchester City. Okay, good for him. Nothing on Sesko yet. So nothing on Sesko, guys. I might have to stop talking about Sesko at this point because well, there's nothing on Sesko. There's absolutely nothing on Sesko. Let's see what Cedar says. Harry Maguire, Euro, Delete, Mazraya. This should be our starting defense. I'll get back to Sesko, but let's address that quickly. What should be the starting lineup for Manchester United? What should be the starting lineup for Manchester United? Um, at the defense, I think that Euro definitely picks himself. Then Euro, for me, looking like a generational defender, a generational talent. Stella picks himself. Like Zidane said, Delete. Yeah, I agree with you. Delete also picks himself there. Probably also in the center of the pitch of the defense. Um, you said Maguire. Ah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I really don't know about Maguire because I probably will go heaven, and I saw you say that also. But I probably will go heaven, not Maguire. If you genuinely ask me, I think so. And then yeah, I see you've changed. You said heaven, Euro, Maguire. Yeah, but who then plays? See that who plays left wing back? If in this formation, see that who plays left wing back? Because I see you say Heaven, Euro, Maguire, Delete, Majrari. Who plays left wing back? I assume you want Majrari. Yeah, that who plays left wing back? Who plays right wing back? Nah, you can't have Bruno, Ahmad, and Menu in midfield. See that I'm not. I don't understand the formation. Maybe I'm not clear on the formation you're using then, because if you Kuya and Obomo, so you are doing a 5-3-2. Huh. Yeah, but Amorim plays with wing backs. So who is your wing back in this formation? That's my only concern. Who is your wing back in this formation? Who, maybe instead of Heaven, we can play Dogu on the left. So if you put Dogu on the left, you put Euro, Maguire, Delete. You want Mazraoui to play as your right wing back? Hmm. Not a bad shout. Not a bad shout. With not a bad shout. Not a bad shout. Yeah. Mazraoui can play right wing back. Yeah. Mazraoui can play right wing back. You're right. Mazraoui can play right wing back. I agree. I hear you. I see where you're going with that. I see where you're going with that. Mazraoui can play right wing back. And you want Menu and Bruno in the center midfield. Ah, See, that's the issue we've had with this center midfield conversation, right? It's just it leaves the center midfield still a bit light, but we don't have a choice to be, I also like Menu. Um, yeah, but the reason why Menu doesn't start often is because you see, Menu is not we need at least defensive we need a DM, if you get my point. See now we need a DM. You can't Bruno and Menu are more attacking than defensive in their midfield mindset. If you understand what I'm saying. Bruno and Menu are more attacking. You don't have a defensive midfielder if you play Bruno and Menu. You don't. You have no defensive midfield, and you just have to live with that if you play them. And that's the concern there. And that's why some people talk about Menu Ugarte because Ugarte can still give you that midfield balance, that balance as a defensive part of the midfield, if you know what I mean. So that is the concern there. Bruno Meno will leave the midfield a bit light. He leaves the midfield light. And I hear you say we have Mount, Ugarte, and Dalot for the midfield. Yeah, yeah, Dalot doesn't even play midfield. Mount, Ugarte also cannot play center midfield. I think what we can play, I agree with you. We can try a Bruno Meno, but I'm really concerned defensively about that type of I'm really concerned. I'm really concerned about that. I'm really concerned about that. You say we have the goat Maguire. He owned her. You know that the funny thing is that people that like Maguire, like they love Maguire. Like I know people that they can swear by Harry Maguire. Like they swear by Harry. So I'm not mad at you for the way you feel about Harry Maguire. I just have to be honest with you. See, Harry has good games. Harry is not the centre back. Can't compare Harry to a lot of other. Can you compare Harry to Saliba? Can you compare him to Van Dijk? Can you compare him to Gabriel? Maguire is not. He's a good defender, but I think he's a good squad player. Absolutely should not be our starting centre back. But I like the conversation. I really like the conversation. I think at some point, the closer we get to the season, we genuinely have to start thinking about how we want to play. We have to start thinking about that actively. How do we want to play? That's very important. And if we need to know, and it goes back to the striker situation, we need to know, are we getting a striker? And if we're not getting a striker, we need to then start thinking about how do we play without a striker. And I'm not talking about false nine here, but how do we improvise that situation? See that Harry is a striker. Oh my God, see now, what would I do without you? See, Harry is a striker, a winger, and a centre back. See, I don't disagree with you. Like Harry, I'm not Harry Maguire literally was cooking left backs in the Europa League. So I can't I'm not mad at you for that position at all. Obviously, I know you're bad, you're joking, but and he's a striker, he can give you some, boom, give you some goals. So Harry is a great squad player. I like Harry Maguire. I genuinely do. No issues with Harry Maguire. All of Harry Maguire. I just I'm not sure that he should be the one starting at centre back for us every single time. Yeah. So you know, honestly, back to the Sesco situation. I think that it's good that we get Sesco. Obviously, Newcastle is in the picture. So as we're Zidane says, if we don't sign a striker, we have Joshua Zexi. See, Zidane. If they say everybody should put their strikers on the table, every club, like top six big Premier League clubs, put your strikers on the table. And let's do Liverpool puts Ekitike on the table. Arsenal puts Gyökeres on the table. Chelsea puts João Pedro on the table. Maybe even Delap. Man City puts Erling Haaland on the table. Newcastle maybe put Sesko on the table, and then you want to put Zexi on our table. No, see, we can't compete. Already, we can't compete, and it's not a slight on Zexi. We just can't compete with that. Absolutely not. Zexi cannot give you the goals that Gyökeres, Haaland will give. He will not, and you know that yourself. Also because of the way he plays. He's not out and out. He likes to, play as a half 10, half nine, That's how he likes to play. So he's not always in the box. He's not always looking to score. He's trying to, find a pass, do something do a trick, do something fancy. That's how Zexi likes to play. His mindset is not score, score, score. I remember that he also doesn't have the greatest striking shot on him. I remember last year, last season, he was trying, but Zexi cannot be our main striker. We are not going to cook with Zexi at all. You know, I know you said every year GTA came out, we won the Premier League. See that I think that we are just one or two signings away from being a good team, a solid team. And if we have those one or two signings and we play once a week, it's not crazy to say we can. It's not crazy. It's not crazy. It sounds crazy, yeah, but it's not the craziest thing in the world. Honestly, it's not the craziest thing in the world to say we can challenge. But I don't even, I shouldn't even say it with I can't even say it with my full chest. But if we get a couple of good signings, I think we can do that. Imam Hussein, how are you doing? You say can't stay for long, my friend. But glad I caught you live. Thank you very much, Imam. Completely agree. We need a new number nine, at least even to be a senior figure for who we have to learn from. Watkins or Sesko will improve us lots. I love this comment. I wish I could like YouTube. You need to give us a way to like comments, like. Let me see. Is there a way to like comment? I love that comment from Imam. Thank you so much, Imam. Really appreciate that comment. The reason why we need a number nine is absolutely why what Iman just said. You have somebody who becomes a senior figure for OB. Even for Hoyland, guys, we always forget Rasmus is a young striker. He was thrown to the limelight really early, but Rasmus Hoyland is a young striker. Get that into your Man U fans. You need to remember that. And what the man said hits the nail on the head. If you get a senior striker that Hoyland Obi can watch, can learn from, can be motivated by, you will even get a deadlier Erasmus Hoyland. That's what you will get. Hi, Toby. How are you doing? Toby, tell us your thoughts. How are you feeling about the Sesko situation? How are you feeling about um the guys that are refusing to go? How are you feeling about possibly Donnarumma? How are you feeling about Newcastle? Let's know what you feel. Let's know how you feel, Toby. Nice to see you here. So yeah, like Iman said, imagine you have a striker like Watkins. And I haven't spoken about Watkins yet, but I genuinely think that the opportunity with Watkins is not a bad one at all. Premier League proven. sh- Certain you're getting goals from him. You're absolutely certain about that. And then the young strikers can learn from him. They can learn from him. He's gone to the Euros, he's gone to the world. They can learn from him. It's absolutely something that we should think about. As Sidan says, what do I think about Chido Obi? Chido is potential, but Chido is going to be a striker in the future. We will be very proud of. But at this moment, we should not be putting Chido in that space. And that's what we always do. That's the mistake we always make. That's why we've been struggling with some of our young talents. We push them so soon. And yes, I know that you can say, oh, but Yemi Lamau. Oh, what of Lamau? What of but those are very rare. Chido Obi should not, cannot, will not be Man U's top striker in a league where you have Gyökeres being top striker for somebody else. You have Haaland being top striker for another team. You have Sesko possibly being top striker for another team. Chido Obi cannot. He's not ready. And like Toby said, he's later. Chido is for later. Chido Obi is for later, not now. Absolutely later. And he will come through. And I'm biased towards him. He's a Niger bro. He's like my Niger blood. He has Niger blood in him. So yeah, I like Chido, but not now. Absolutely not now. We need somebody that will come in now. Next 5 years. Exactly. I agree with you, Toby. Next 5 years. And Chido will cook. Chido will cook. I like his I like where his mind is. I like the way his personality. You can also see some signs, and obviously he was cooking a lot in the younger team. He will cook, but not now. Don't put him under that type of pressure. Don't. We need that striker. We see the United leadership have to help us here. This is the chance. We need this. And Newcastle, go and sit down somewhere. Go and sit down. Newcastle, what's Newcastle? Newcastle. Newcastle guys, you should see Newcastle. You are not Manchester United. Newcastle is not Manchester United. I don't care if you have all money. Oh. I don't care. I don't care that you say you have all money. You're building for the future. See, guy, Sesko is on the table. If we really go for him, if the club backs us, we will get him. If you forgot in Newcastle, this is Manchester United you're talking about. 20 league titles, three Champions League, global fan base. Theater of like, see, y'all must have forgot. Y'all must have forgot because we had one bad season, or we've not. You've forgotten, and you want to be battling player with me. Be able. I'll cook you. Enjoy your Saudi money. Enjoy it. Go and build your indoor swimming pool. Go and build, but see, forget it. You have Champions League. What will you go and play in the Champions League? Wouldn't they beat you out of the Champions League? You go there now, they'll flog you. So you want Sesko to be collecting flogging when he can play for a big club like Manchester United? Baba, forget it. Toby said, do you know how many cup finals we have? Exactly. Newcastle. Newcastle be able. See, don't even let me be angry. Don't annoy me. Newcastle. You're into I say, yeah, bro, if I want Sesko, I will get Sesko from you. Easy. Eh? But let's just see what my leadership says. My Ineos, my gym people. Let's see what they say. And don't go and be saying about. So let's see how that goes, right? Imagine playing in Old Trafford. Old Trafford, you want to go and play in Tyneside. What do you call your place? Tyneside, St. James. What do you've changed your name? What is your name now? Tyneside, something, something park. Please, please, please. Yeah. See that said something. Yeah, we don't play Europe. You go and play the Europe. We will focus on the league. You black and white zebra boys, like to be you zebra boys, prison uniform that you're wearing up and down. See, Newcastle, don't let me come for you. Don't let me come for you. Just leave, what's his name? Leave Sesko gently for us. Leave him for us, please. So, Ineos, please, I want you just prepare an offer for him. Prepare an offer. You are saying you want to sell Sancho first. You want to do this one. You want Garnacho. You want to get PSR from Garnacho. I know. But just try. Just try. Just try. Let's prepare something for this guy. Eh? He might be the next, Van Persie, the next, he might be the guy. He might be the guy. Let's try that. So I know I've said too much about Sesko, but yeah, that's really what I just want. Sesko, I hope you come. I want to talk about Watkins because I was speaking to someone today and they're like, you know that Watkins is actually not a bad signing. Obviously we haven't heard much about from him from like Fabrizio or Ornstein about him, but Watkins is not a bad one. And let me do something quickly. Let me compare what we can get with Benjamin Sesko with what we can get from Ollie Watkins. I think about Benjamin Sesko. Benjamin Sesko is 21 years. He's still raw, but the ceiling is absolutely high. His ceiling is unbelievable. You're not just signing a player for now, you're signing a player for the future. You're investing in a monster in the making. You know, If resale value will be off the roof. You know, that's Sesko. Ollie Watkins, and I see, Toby says he likes Watkins, and I'm going to talk about Watkins. Ollie Watkins is in his prime. In his prime. He doesn't have, he's not going to have, nerves, no Premier League, no waiting. I'm waiting. I'm trying to learn the league. If we get Watkins, Watkins is hitting the ground running, like literally hitting the ground running. Bam! You're going to get goals with Watkins immediately, immediately. And I think we forget Watkins he didn't have a bad season last year. If I remember, he had I think 16 goals or so, or was it 18 in the Premier League, which is good. If we had 18 goals from our striker, we would love it. But he did not have a bad season. And if you remember the season before, I think he had about 19. That was when he had a great season, 19 goals, almost 13, 14 assists. He was in the Premier League team of the season. He was one that he dragged Aston Villa to the Champions League. So Watkins is a menace. But let's see how it goes. Honestly, let's see how it goes. I'm honestly not against Watkins at all. He's a safe option. You know what you will get with Ollie Watkins. Sesko is the potential is there. There is a risk of learning the Premier League, not get being used to the Premier League. So it's so if you ask me, right, Watkins is a safe option. Sesko is the wild card that just might have like the nuclear upside. Like you can get something amazing from Sesko and you might not. But that for me is the difference between both of them. If I think about how they play, I've not watched a lot of Sesko, and I'm very honest. I haven't watched a lot of Sesko, but from what I see, he's fast, he's direct, he's physical. He likes to run behind like Hoyland does, but he does his own with a bit more, finesse. Um, he's a fantastic striker of the ball. Oh my God, he's powerful in the air. He's the kind of striker that will make defenders cry. He made them cry before kickoffs. Like, those kind of strikers that when you are going to play them as defenders, you're like, ah, this is going to be a long 90 minutes. Sesko gives that vibes. Meanwhile, Watkins is a bit more technical. He likes to drop deep. He likes to link plays. He makes very smart runs. He can play wide if needed, but mostly he's a number nine. And yeah, I told you this. I did not know he was 29. Yeah, he is 29 years. So he's not as old as people make it seem that he is. He is not. And he's also a system player. Like, he's somebody that if Amorim gets into coaching him, he will blend into the system, you know? So, and he's, like I said, he's Premier League proven, Premier League refined. Sesko, you might not get. He might blend, he might not blend. That's the thing. And if I go to another angle, I talk about experience. Experience is very important for a striker. Very experienced. Watkins has scored goals for against Liverpool, against Arsenal, against Chelsea. He has cooked almost everybody. He's played under pressure. He's delivered in big games for Aston Villa. Sesko, on the other hand, yes, he's done it for Germany, but let's not lie. Bundesliga defenders, Premier League defenders, there's an argument there. There's an argument. People say, what, Premier League, and see, there's an argument there. I feel like if we sign Sesko, he needs time to adapt. But if we sign Watkins, we get output now. So if you genuinely ask me, Chef T, what I would say, if we had to choose, I would say sign Watkins. If we want a striker to lead us in August, sign Watkins. Sign Watkins, and I'll go for Watkins. If the club then decides that, we want a striker for future, we're building a legacy, okay, maybe you sign. Sesko. But you also have to look at the amount of money you have to spend to sign Sesko. Sesko, you're probably spending north of 70 million. Watkins, 35, 40 maybe. Maybe 45. But also Aston Villa can go crazy, right? But with Sesko, you know you're getting I think 65, 70. So let's see how that goes. Let's really see how that goes. Watkins is quality. Sesko has the big striker aura. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. I'm excited. Hopefully we get one of them. It will be a disaster if we get that would be the worst, absolute worst case scenario if we get neither of them. That would be really bad. That would be really, really bad if we get neither of them. Because both of them, I'm fine with either of them. Like Watkins is reliable. He's proven it. He's in his prime. And Watkins is one of those strikers that you say you almost have forgot. Like people have short memories when it comes to some strikers. And you think he had a bad season. Watkins scored at least 18 goals, if I remember, last season. He did not, and he was competing against Duran, who came in. Rashford also came in. Marlin came in at some point, but he was still netting the goals. He's not flashy. He's not going to be flashy, but he will do it. He will do his job. He will score the goals. Sesko, on the other hand, future potential. I'm excited about that type of potential in our squad. Raw talent, a lot of upsides to him. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Let's see how that goes. Okay, the goalkeeping situation. There's nothing to talk about in the goalkeeping situation, honestly. But before I go into the goalkeeping situation, I want to talk about the people that refused to go, the Deadwood. We heard some stuff about Anthony going to Saudi. Saudi, please. Ah, Saudi Joe. Saudi, please now. Saudi, please. Come on. Saudi give us the money. Come and take him. Yeah. So there was stuff about him, but we didn't hear anything about that today. So not sure if that's going to really happen. But let's see how it goes. We will hopefully, you know, something can get over the line with Anthony. JD Sancho. Ah, okay. Sancho. I was excited when we signed Sancho from Dortmund. I remember I was actually excited. I thought I'm like, we've robbed Bundesliga. Sancho. I was already thinking of Ballon d'Or. Ballon d'Or. But what did we get? Winger. Cannot cross. He cannot shoot. He does not press. Anyway, let me not talk about Sancho. See, sorry, I shouldn't be but no no no. Sancho is a fantastic player, guys. Sancho is see, Sancho is it will suit your team. Come and collect, please. Come and collect. ah, Sancho has refused to go. Anthony is still there. So let's see, guys. Let's see how it goes with it. We really need to clean house. We really need to clean house. Sidat is on something. Sidat says we are winning the Premier League, the FA Cup. Ah, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, the UCL, the World Cup, the World. I love it. Energy. Energy, Sidat. We are cooking. Energy, 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 energy. I love the energy. See, let's win our first game. Let's even win Arsenal in that first game. Oh, guys, how are you feeling about that first game? How are you feeling about that first game, guys? I don't know how I feel about that first game at the moment. It's not great to lose to Arsenal at in your first game. You don't want to start losing to man. But let's see how it goes, man. See, I'm worried about that game. I'm worried about that game. Arsenal look very good. The depth they have at the moment is amazing. And getting Jokeres, like I said in one of my former videos, fantastic. Fantastic. See, that is Arsenal will come second in every match. No, boy, no. We have to call a spade a spade. Arsenal look very, very good. They've sorted out the striking situation. Their defense is solid. Oof. Their defense is solid, 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 solid. Odegaard, Rice, they look very good. But on our day, we can give them a fight. But I also don't want us to start like this. I don't. I want us to go into the league confident in our team. And I think we are one or two signings away from feeling like that as Man U fans. We're one or two signings away from feeling like that. And Arsenal do feel like that. And the reason why they feel like that is because they've made those signings that make them feel like that. Zubimendi, Norgard, with Gyökeres, Mosquera, they've made good signings. And that's why they feel so confident. Great. I know a few Arsenal fans are still looking at Eze possibly, which would be good, which I just think is icing on the cake. If you don't get Eze, in my opinion, it's not a crisis at all. It's not a crisis at all if you don't get Eze. But we are one or two signings away. It does not look like we're getting a goalkeeper. Zidane says they will surely have a huge collection of silver medals at the end of the season. Zidane is a worse cook than me. The way Zidane cooks you guys is like see, I'm talking about the first game against Man U, but see, it's going to be a very tight league. And see, this is not a national channel, but the truth is, this is what we always say to Arsenal fans. Arsenal fans always say, you know what, next season. Oh, next season, like Netflix, next season. But do you assume that every club will stay the way they were and wait for you to improve? This transfer window has clearly shown it that everybody wants to improve. So you talk about next season, oh, you know what, we are very close. Next season, we're good. Look at what Liverpool have done. Liverpool won the Premier League and they're getting Isak, possibly, cutting Ekitike, cutting Vets, cutting the left back and right back. Frimpong, they won the league. They won the league. And arguably, they've had a better transfer window or the best transfer. Or yeah, arguably, they're having the best. Not even, I don't think it's arguable. They're having the best transfer window in Premier League, and they won the league. So other teams will always improve. So when it comes to we were so close, we're going to get it next season. Do you think every other person is going to wait for you? You're joking, man. See, that says bottle job by Arsenal. Mark my words. See, as let's see how it goes. It's going to be a very interesting season. I don't want to talk about Arsenal because the United channel. Yeah, but I was talking about you guys because we play you in our first game. But it's going to be a fantastic season. Rodri is back for Manchester City, and like if you speak to any Manchester City fan, they'll tell you that the reason why they lost the league was because Rodri wasn't there. Yeah, it's possible. Man City Rodri is back. Chelsea are the world champions. Do you know the type of confidence you get from being world champions? See, it's going to be a good season. It's going to be an absolute good season. I genuinely want United to challenge for top four. Yeah, I'm saying it now. I want us to challenge for top four. I do. I want us to be in the mix. I want us to be in the mix, challenging for top four. We are getting too used to this whole conversation around top six. We're getting too used to it. We're getting too comfortable in that space. And I need as United fans, we need a cleanse. We need to cleanse our system. And and guys, these things, the way we think, it penetrates, it filters into those players. I mean, those players have the sense that, oh yeah, that's top six. Let's just call it. They will play like that. They will. And I feel like I heard Dogu in an interview say this also, and I felt I wasn't comfortable with it. I heard him say, "Oh, we just want to qualify for Europe." Okay, yes, I know we were 15th, but still, we can aim for the sky, for the moon, and then land. But we can't just accept that, yeah, we are, well, now we just want to qualify for Europa League. No! I'm sorry. I, no! Let's demand from that team. And we have to first demand from the leadership, demand from Ineos, demand from Sir Jim. We need one or two signings. Give us a striker. If you want to really surprise us, give us Baleba. And if you want us to love you, give us Donnarumma. It looks sounds like a dream, but if you give me Donnarumma, Baleba, and Sesko or Watkins, I, Chef T, I'm saying it now, we will challenge for the league. If you give me those three sides, I know it's almost impossible, but hypothetical. If I get those three signings, we can challenge for the league. Sidan says David Raya, Zubimendi, and Mikel Merino started the season with their Nation League silver medals. Sidan is a champ. Sidan, I hope you're wearing a chef hat because the way you cook these guys, it is ridiculous. You are a chef. Chef Sidan. Chef Sid. I'm going to name you Chef Sid. That's crazy. That's crazy. Ah, yeah. So, guys, let's see before we end the stream. Is there anything interesting from Fabrizio? See, I'm hoping that we just get like Sesco has chosen to come to or even something about Watkins, just something. No, but we're not getting anything. But guys, we're going to sign a striker, right? Like, am I tripping if I think that there is a possibility that we don't sign a striker? That would be crazy, man. That will be absolutely crazy. Yeah, Dallon won a trophy. Bruno won a trophy. Yeah, we see. If not for the horrible thing that happened in the Europa League final, we still win. In our worst time, we've won more trophies than Arsenal. In our worst, this is our worst, and we've won more trophies than Arsenal. So I respect what Arteta is doing in Arsenal, but he needs to win trophies. And I'm not going to spend time talking about Arsenal because they have their channels, but he needs to win trophies. And that's one thing that I have been a bit happy about. And even in our worst times, we have won trophies. We've won FA Cups, we've won Carabao Cups. We should have won the Europa League. It still pains me. We should have won the Europa League. We had a great tournament. We should have won that, but we won the Premier League. I'm sorry, not the we didn't win the Premier League, but we will win the Premier League hopefully soon. And we did win we won the FA Cup and we won the the Carabao Cup, and we should have won the Europa League. So yeah, I do think that we're doing well with trophies ish, but we do need to get a solid team. And to get a solid team, we need to get the right players. Ballon d'Or rankings, Zidane says, do you think Ronaldo should be nominated as there are rumors that he will be nominated for his Nations League run and top scorer of Saudi Pro League and Asian Champions League? I think that's a stretch. I think it's a stretch. I love Ronaldo. I wasn't happy with the interview he did with Piers Morgan. That didn't land well with me. But I genuinely have a soft spot for Ronaldo. Yeah, I'm not sure that's enough. And that was part of the disadvantage of going to the Saudi League. I'm genuinely not sure that an Asian Champions League or being the highest goal scorer in Saudi Pro League is worthy of getting you in a Ballon d'Or conversation. It's not. And that is what we tell them when they say, "Oh, I want to go to Saudi." It's the Saudi league. It's not even top. Arguably, it's not top 10 leagues. Arguably, so if you're talking about being a top scorer in the Asian League, what do we talk about? Who the person that was top scorer in Premier League, in Champions League, in the Europa League, in the Bundesliga, in the Serie A, in the League One, there's almost more than 10 leagues that are better than the Asia Champions League or the Saudi Pro League. So that absolutely cannot be a criteria for him, unfortunately. Yeah, he had a good one in Nations League, but that also is not enough. Because if we remember, and people don't like to hear this, but Nations League is a glorified friendly. They try to make friendlies more competitive, so it's not enough. When you have people like Dembele, in that conversation. So yeah, I'm not sure, and I don't think he should. Is worthy of being nominated. Not even close to top 10, if you ask me. Not even close to top 10, if you ask me. See that? So, and everybody else, Toby, I want to say a huge thank you to you for joining tonight. It was a pleasure. 1 hour just flew by so fast. I'll take this last one. Is it a hot take that Ronaldo is better than Hoyland? You see, it's not a hot take. I huh. See what's the difference? I would have Ronaldo now easily. Ronaldo will score for me. Ronaldo knows the back of the net. Hoyland does not. I would if it's between Hoyland and Ronaldo, I'll take Ronaldo now and easily. Not it's not even arguable. Easily, I'll take Ronaldo now because, like I say, a striker's job is to put the ball at the back of the net. If you are not doing that, then go and play for another position. If you're not putting the see Haaland, there are times that Haaland goes silent in the whole game, and then he comes and puts the ball in the back of the net twice. That is what a striker does. Hoyland does not do that. Half of the time, Hoyland is trying to fight a defender. He's trying to. He's not giving at all. He's not cooking. So I like the hot take, and I love to. Me. I love hot takes because we're in the kitchen. So kitchen is about hot takes. We need to serve it hot. So I love hot takes. I don't think it's a bad hot take. I think obviously we were not getting Ronaldo now, and I genuinely don't think we should have let Ronaldo go when he left. The whole issue with Ten Hag was weird. But yeah, if you put a gun to my no no, if you ask me now to choose between Hoyland and Ronaldo any time of day, I'll take Hoyland. Now you can call me whatever, but Ronaldo is top 30 striker currently. Ronaldo is a top striker at any point in time. Yeah, and he's aging very well. He's and I'm always going to be a Ronaldo fan. Anytime I see call outs of Ronaldo, I will be there to support him. I think he's obviously the greatest of all time. So yeah, if you say he's top 30 strikers, it's very possible. It's very, very possible he's top 30 strikers. Very possible. But talking about top 30 strikers, we need a top 30 striker now, see that. We need somebody, anybody in that top 30 to come in. So hopefully by tomorrow when I come live, hopefully I really hope that we'll be talking about an advanced conversation around Sesco or maybe Watkins. Fingers crossed. Thank you all so much, guys. I'll see you on the next one. And remember, keep cooking. Chef T said so.